End of the month, end of the month, end of the month, end of the month. How are y'all doing? Hope y'all having a great day. It is November. Welcome to November, and that means it's time for a recap video. Woo! We're talking about everything I watched, what I bought, all of that jazz. Talking about what I did across the month. Before I get into any of that, go to my new channel. Go check out my new channel. I'm posting reviews. We're getting into Oscar season. I'm posting a 3-minute review of every new release that I see on that channel. So go watch it right now. Thank you very much. Subscribe. I'm trying to build that channel from the ground up. It's brand new. Haven't posted anything on it before. I literally started it for that. And yeah, go do that. But how are you all doing? Hope you're having a great day. It is the month of November. We are coming up to the end of the year, which is crazy to see. Lots happened this year, but we'll reminisce at the end of the year and talk about all the great things that have happened at the end of December. Okay, what did I do this month? Work. Michigan football. I don't know if I talked about my promotion. I did last month. That was a last month thing. So I've been taking more of that on, which has been a lot of fun. Doing watch parties on Sundays for the Miami Dolphins, which has been a lot of fun. I did say goodbye to the Warriors channel. I'm not running that anymore, so I could spend more time focusing on ad operations and things like that. So that was bittersweet, but that has been put into very reliable hands. And yeah, now I'm focusing more on ad operations and Michigan football and other things like that, which has been fun. Work. That was work. Spent a lot of time with my girlfriend Sarah, which has been a lot of fun. Family's going to be spending a lot of family time in the next 2 months, which is going to be awesome. And my dad came out to Dallas for 2 days. Count them, 2 days, because we went to Game 2 of the World Series. I got a program here. This is part of the haul, but I'm just going to show it now. We went to Game 2 of the World Series between the Diamondbacks and the Texas Rangers. The day I'm recording this, the Rangers won last night, so congratulations to the Rangers. Sucks because I was rooting for the D-backs because I am from Arizona, born and raised in Arizona for 23 years. I was living and born and raised in Arizona, so I was rooting for the D-backs. That sucks, but happy for the Rangers' first World Series in their history, and I live in Dallas now, so parade going to be tomorrow in Arlington, which is close by where I live, and very cool. So this is part of the haul. I got a program that's cool, but that was a lot of fun. My dad flew out, and we went to that. I'll put some pictures here and stuff. That was cool. Because we had both never been to a World Series. I had been to the NL Wild Card game in 2017. When the D-backs played the Rockies. My dad had been to, I believe he said, the NLCS in 2001 when the D-backs ended up winning the World Series. But we had never been to a World Series game, so we got to go together. That was great. It was fun, great memories. We had a great time. That was kind of the biggest highlight of the month, kind of the biggest things we did. A lot of my time was focused on work. It is one of the busiest times of the year, not just for ad ops, but just for the company as a whole. So that was a lot of what I was focused on this month. I did get to watch a lot more movies, though, which was good. I was pushing myself to watch more movies, and that's what we'll talk about right now. So I started the month on October 6th with Poison, which was one of the Ronald Dahl short films that Wes Anderson did. I gave it an 80 out of 100. Thought it had some good tension. I didn't think it was the best of the bunch. My favorite of the 4 was The Swan, which I talked about in my last video. Poison was definitely good, though. Benedict Cumberbatch was really good. I watched The Story of Henry Sugar, which was like the longest short story that Wes Anderson did. It was about 35 minutes long. Wes Anderson's really good at what he does. I don't think that there's any surprise there. His aesthetic, his style is fantastic. The technical is always picture perfect, so that's great. The performances here were really good. That Benedict Cumberbatch was fantastic. The story's fascinating, but it really is the technical that excels. Wes Anderson is fantastic. It's a good short film. It has nice pacing, and if you love that world of Wes Anderson, it's worth your time. So I would highly recommend it. I saw A Strange Way of Life, in a theater. I went and saw it. It is the new film from Pedro Almodovar, I believe is how you pronounce the name, starring Ethan Hawke and Pedro Pascal. I went and saw it in a theater because I wanted to. This is another short film. Started the month with just a bunch of short films. Very well done overall. I liked Pedro Pascal and Ethan Hawke. I thought their chemistry was good. It seemed a little off and weird at times, but I think overall the tension was very steamy. If you know what the short film is, it's very steamy. And the story as a whole is gripping. It's a short film, so therefore you got to cover a lot of ground very quickly, and I think it did it in an effective enough way. The direction works. Really like the score. I mean, I wish it was longer. You have to cover a lot of ground quickly, so I get that. But I wish there was more time for it to kind of get fleshed out. I feel like the ending was incredibly rushed. It was very abrupt. It didn't fully land for me. Gets the job done overall. But I think it could have been better. I think it could have been longer. All that stuff. Attached to that was his first, was Almodovar's first English language short film, which was The Human Voice, starring Tilda Swinton. Gave it a 77 out of 100. Thought it was impressive. Thought it was good. Didn't move the needle in any way, good or bad. It got the job done. I thought it was good. The style was unique. It was interesting, to say the least. Like, that's the biggest thing I can take away from it. It was a very interesting short film. I watched A Nightmare Before Christmas with my girlfriend. We did a little Halloween movie night thing. Watched Nightmare Before Christmas. My first time ever watching A Nightmare Before Christmas. I know that's going to be like, oh, Jake, what the hell are you doing? I know, but I have seen it now. 84 out of 100. Incredibly impressive. Stop motion is great. It's not my favorite Halloween movie of all time, but it's fun. It's very weird at times. It's Tim Burton. It's weird. It's wacky, but it was cool. Like, I'm glad I saw it. I don't regret watching it. I'm glad I saw it, and it definitely elevates Haunted Mansion at Disneyland for me during Christmas or during Halloween. Like, during Halloween, they changed it to Night Before Christmas. If you don't know, that elevates it for me now because I love that ride. It's great. And I also watched It's a Great Pumpkin Charlie. We watched It's a Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown, which I freaking love. It's a classic. It's brilliant. I got a rock. I love that. Love that movie so much. Next up, I watched Reptile. It's about as standard of a detective thriller as you could get from Netflix. I wasn't expecting much. I heard Benicio del Toro was really good in it, and he was. The rest of the performances here are just okay, which sucks because I was kind of looking forward to seeing Justin Timberlake back in the acting light, but he was fine. It doesn't really move the needle for me. It was okay. The technical is very clean. Love the set design, the costume design. I really liked it. It was really nice. And I totally just lost. Here it is. And I really like the tension. I think the movie's a little bit too drawn out, but I do like the tension. There's too many things that are unanswered in this writing. I think that's in a movie like this, like a detective kind of thriller. We need to like answer the questions at the end. And I think there were a few things that were just left too unanswered that I didn't love. It's a very long film. It takes a bit to get going, and there's not all the payoff that I think you could really expect. So that's just me. I saw Killers of the Flower Moon. I'm not going to talk a lot about it. I did a full video on this channel, which a lot of you have already watched. I really appreciate it. It's got over 1,000 views. I really do appreciate it. It's absolutely incredible. Marty is great at directing, and De Niro is great. Leo's awesome. Lily Gladstone is the heart and soul. I don't need to say more about it. I think it's totally worth it. I gave it a 95 out of 100. It's absolutely fantastic. Then as part of like trying to start to get through all the blind buy movies that I've bought that I haven't watched, I went through the Alfred Hitchcock collection, the 4K collection, the first one that came out. The second collection just came out on 4K either this week or last week. But this one had Rear Window, Vertigo Cycle, and The Birds. And I watched all 4 in one day. This was, the week before Halloween. So, they're like all kind of a thriller, kind of intense horror to some nature movies. Rear Window, 85 out of 100. Really liked it. Incredibly intriguing premise. I think it's directed insanely well. I think the performances are great. Set design's fantastic. It's a very solid movie with a very interesting premise that I think worked very well. Vertigo. I gave a 90 out of 100. This is my favorite of the 4. I think the performances here are phenomenal. The writing here is standout. It is incredible. The bait and switch I did not see coming. I did not see the twist at the end. It truly, truly shocked me. And the direction from Alfred Hitchcock is phenomenal. The backdrop of San Francisco I loved. Like some of the settings and some of the cinematography were great. I'm realizing Alfred Hitchcock loves San Francisco. I have not watched a lot of Alfred Hitchcock movies. This was new to me, but it was very interesting. 90 out of 100, I really enjoyed it. Psycho, which is like one of his most famous of all time. I gave an 85 out of 100. Not as great as Vertigo. I'm sorry, I'm getting them mixed up. Not as good as Vertigo, but still an 85 is top high rated. Performances overall were good. I did figure out the twist at the end fairly early on, and that kind of knocked some points off. I was like, I don't know about that one, Jim. But nevertheless, it's got some iconic moments in cinema. It's got great use of score and is a good thriller. It's a good thriller. I still gave it an 85 out of 100. Like, it's a good movie. It's a good thriller. Now, one I didn't love that much was The Birds. I give it a 75 out of 100. I don't know. It just didn't fully work for me. Like, using regular everyday animals, birds, as like monsters, I think is genius. And that's a genius premise. I don't always think it was executed great. I did not love the performances here really at all. I think some of them were fine, but I just didn't fully buy them. And the ending, so on each of these discs, they have the movie and then they have like a documentary that plays right after the movie. And everyone was praising the ambiguous ending of this movie. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. That's just me. That's probably a hot take, but whatever. I didn't like it. To round out the month, I watched The Killer, the new film from David Fincher that's coming out on Netflix. I got to see it in a theater, which was great. I'm not going to talk a lot about it. You know why? Because I have a review up on my second channel of this movie. I did a 3-minute review on The Killer on my other channel. Go check it out. The link to the channel will be in the description. I'm not going to tell you what I thought. I will say I gave it an 83 out of 100, but I'm not going to tell you why. I tell you why on my other channel. So go check out my other channel, and I'll tell you why I rated The Killer the way I did, what I think, what I liked, what I didn't like. Check it out. All right, haul time. We're making a good pace today. I'm keeping the pace up. I know that these videos have been pretty long as of late, so I'm keeping a good pace. Showed you guys the World Series program. That was the only piece of like literature that I picked up. So we'll get right into the movies. Master Gardener came out this year, stars Joel Edgerton, Sigourney Weaver as Paul Schrader's newest movie. I have not seen it yet, but it's one that I've been intrigued in and have really wanted to see. So I'm going to check it out pretty much ASAP, but I own it on Blu-ray now. It's intriguing. I have not seen First Reformed, but I really want to, but I have seen The Card Counter, and this is like an unofficial trilogy, I guess, is First Reformed, The Card Counter, Master Gardener. So I'm a fan of Paul Schrader's work. So Knock at the Cabin, a film that came out very early this year that I did a review on and enjoyed. I got this on sale at Best Buy. They were like their horror / thriller / Halloween movies were on sale. So it was finally time for me to pick it up, and I did. And yeah, I'm happy to have it in the collection. I did enjoy this one. Like, it's pretty good. The rest of the movies here are hype pickups that I was very happy I picked up. The first one is Cinderella on 4K. This movie's all good. I enjoy this movie. I think it's classic Disney. I'm happy to have it on 4K. Got a sweet slipcover going in the Disney collection. Had to get it. And then the other one I picked up was on 4K was Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. I don't remember this movie. I don't. I know I've seen it. I don't remember it, so I don't really have any thoughts on it. So I will watch it. I just don't really remember the movie at all. I know I've seen it, but I don't remember it. I saw it when I was like really young. So I own it on 4K now. Had to get it. It's like some of the Disney classics coming out in 4K restoration. I've heard the restoration on Snow White in particular is gorgeous. So I'm really looking forward to that. you know I had to pick up Barbie on 4K. It's my second favorite movie of the year, so I picked it up. I love this movie. It's absolutely fantastic. Greta Gerwig is a queen. Margot Robbie's a queen. Ryan Gosling's a king. All of the above. Own it now on 4K, and I'm going to rewatch it constantly. And all you people that think it's trash and garbage, you know who I'm talking about. Spare me with all that BS. And don't ever watch the movie again because no one's asking you to. And finally, the last one I picked up, a smaller haul, but it's still, I think, a substantially good quality haul. Loki, first season on Blu-ray. I picked it up on Blu-ray. I kind of regret not picking it up on 4K, but whatever. This was the only one available, so I picked it up. It's my favorite MCU TV show. Season 2 is coming out right now, and I haven't watched it yet, so no spoilers. I think I'm going to wait till it's all out to watch it. But the first season's phenomenal. It's, like I said, some of the best stuff the MCU's done post-COVID. Like, it's just damn good. So I really love it. I'm glad they're starting to put out Disney Plus stuff on physical media. The Mandalorian, first 2 seasons are coming out later this year. And I know WandaVision is coming out later this year. So I'm very much looking forward to picking those up. And Loki, my favorite, one of my favorite things they've put out, my favorite Disney Plus show they put out on Blu-ray and 4K. So I'm happy with that. And that's pretty much it, guys. That's it. I think November's going to be a banger because a few reasons. One, Thanksgiving, the holidays, I am going to Florida to see my sister, see the family. That's where we're spending our Thanksgiving is Florida. So I'm going to go to Disney World again. We'll do a haul. We'll do all that stuff. Black Friday. All these great movies are coming out that I'm very excited about. The Holdovers, Napoleon, the Marvels. Also, it's a Marvel movie, so I'm looking forward to that. The Marvels. A lot of great movies coming out. Oscar season is here. Saltburn is also coming out this month as well. A lot of really great cinema is coming out, so I'm very much looking forward to that. We're getting into it. It's the grind. It's the end of the year. A lot of great stuff is coming down the pipe. I appreciate you all. Follow me on Instagram. Do it. I've been pushing on all of my videos. You're getting all the content over there. All the content over there. Do it. And subscribe to my new channel, 3-Minute Reviews with Jack. Every new release I see is getting a review on that channel. I only do the We Need to Talk About series on this channel. So those are movies that I rate 95 or higher. So, or is it 90 or higher? I may switch that for Oscar season if it's 90 or it might be 90 or higher for Oscar season, but TBD. But every movie I see, good or bad, will have a review up on that channel. So go watch right now and check it out and subscribe. That's pretty much it. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate you. I love you. I care about you. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next video.